salvation, and happiness. It's your season. It's your time. God has plans for your life, to prosper you, and to give you hope and a future. Join us and learn how God's love and power can bring hope and happiness to your life. This is your opportunity for motivation, encouragement, and purpose.
HBCU, stand up. Like Jefferson. Let's go. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Either from the SWAT or the MEAC. Come on. CIAA or the CF. HBCU is where the beat we compete, but we're family. They're from the SWAC, from the MEAC, CIAA.
All right, 2 minutes.
Hey everybody, what's really good? It's your boy, your uncle, it's your cousin, it's your best friend. Listen, I am here on location. I'm at WBRE 1490 AM, part of the Radio 1 station. We are here. We're live on the radio right now. Listen, I got swag. I'm inspired. Are you? Talking about the book Inspiring Moments, Living Out Loud with No Regrets. I'm on a show called Tea and Honey with Dr. Gwen Jarvis. Dr. Jarvis is here today. And I got my good frat brother, Lloyd Totty, who is actually going to be interviewing me today. So, hey, you're catching it live, y'all. Check this out. Hey, make sure you leave a comment, like, comment, subscribe, share, follow. Let somebody know that you're watching.
About minute 16.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tea and Honey with Dr. Gwen Jarvis on News Talk Radio 1490. And this evening we are in the studio with award-winning author.
I know, right?
Exactly. Let me make sure I get it right then. We have Mr. Anthony A. Harris Brown, award-winning author, educator, speaker, and media host based here in Cleveland. He's the creator of the inspirational book, Inspiring Me Moments, Living Out Loud with No Regrets. He has empowered readers to reflect, heal, and grow. He's a proud graduate of HBCU, Bethune-Cookman University, and a passionate advocate of HBCUs. If you look on his LinkedIn, on social media, he's always pumping up HBCUs. Mr. Brown is known for blending storytelling, leadership, and purpose. Every platform he touches. And does.
Come on, let's go.
From classrooms, stages. We're going to talk about you in the Caramel House. We're going to get a little bit of that.
Oh, wait, it's homework.
Oh, yeah. That's a little bit. And as you see, has a very vibrant voice and transformational message. Mr. Brown challenges others to live inspired and unapologetically. And besides that, he is my friend and one of my frat brothers from 858. So here's a little cold, little chilly up in here.
It's cold in here. Hey, it must be some alphas in the atmosphere. Oh, sick. Let's go. How y'all doing?
All right, so let's get into this. Is that what you'd like to start?
Sure, I'm following your lead. I am following your lead. I am just the guest today. I'm not the host, even though I am streaming. I'm live streaming right now. If you want to go check it, if you want to watch it right now, you can watch it on YouTube. Right now, you can go to the HBCU Alumni House Party Show. Again, so I'm broadcasting. If you want to watch us on YouTube, right now, you can go back and watch on the replay.
There it is. You might want to give them to one more time for anybody that might have missed out, where they can log in and watch us live and while we're talking about your experiences in this book.
So again, not only are we here at 1490 WERE AM on Radio 1 News Talk. Listen, it's been a while since I've been at the radio station, right?
It's okay, we're going to talk about it.
Oh my God, but we're also broadcasting and going live right now on YouTube, on the channel, HBCU Alumni House Party Show. So again, go on YouTube and you can find us right now, or on Facebook. If you follow me on Facebook, we're there too. Right now on my Facebook page. Let's go.
All right.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
It is, and we're gonna get into those social media handles a little bit later on. But first, we're gonna get into this 2025 Regal Summit Book Award winner. There it is. Inspire me moments living out loud with no regrets. So let's talk about this. So what inspired you to write this book, Inspired Moments? How long did it take to bring it to life?
Let's see. Listen, this book was birthed out of a lot of trauma.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay.
So,
How about that? So,
first of all, I'm gonna say,
I had
daddy issues.
Yeah.
So, love my father.
Love my father.
Don't get me wrong. Love my father. But I had a lot of issues.
Okay.
And with that, I had a lot of trauma that I had to go through with that. Again, so being raised by my mother and my grandmother, it really forced me to really think about what was my life and my journey about. And so I wanted to be able to really leave a legacy for my son. I had one son.
Okay.
And I wanted to be able to leave something for him to be able to go back and reflect on and think about, oh, this is my dad. So over time, these reflections became a framework to inspire me moments. And now, mind you, I had been writing this book ever since maybe 2018, 2019.
Okay.
And I put it down, and I didn't want to be bothered with it anymore because it was up under another title. And then somewhere along the lines, over the years, I would pick it up, start it again, put it back down. And then finally, it was just a past academic student, 2024-25 school year. I worked with Al Brown from the Fatherhood Initiative here in Cleveland, Ohio, and we were doing a fatherhood table talk. And my father said earlier in the school year, it would be great if we had a resource book or a guide or some type of curriculum that can help us in the conversation. And I said, oh, that's what you want? Okay. Say less. And I said, I hit the foundation. Let me go back and finish the book. And I did.
Well, the book that we're speaking about, it is 11 chapters. And it's broke down into three different parts.
Yes.
Becoming, breaking through, and building beyond. Why these stages? Give us some context.
So becoming is that self-awareness, trying to identify who you are. Because here's the thing. OMG. I struggled with a lot of who am I? Now, mind you, I talk daddy issues, right? So my father was there, but he wasn't there because I was the other child.
Okay.
So I had a lot of identity issues of who I was. Even when I was born, before I even knew it, I mean, there was points where my mother told me when I was younger that why couldn't I have my father's last name? Well, because the hospital said I couldn't. So that was an identity. Why can't I have my father's last name? So that's why my middle name is Harris.
Okay.
And I honor him. And sometimes I will use my middle name to acknowledge that legacy. So that's the becoming. And the next part is the breakthrough. Right? So the breakthrough is about the struggles I had to learn, be it depression, anxiety, weight loss. For those who did not know, who may be watching or listening, if you didn't know, I used to be 450 pounds, right? And now I sit before you with about $162. Something around that time. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's baby to how did I overcome these things? Alcoholism. Hi, my name is Anthony Brown, and I'm an alcoholic. Having to deal with divorce. Oh my God. That was traumatic. So that was the breakthrough part. And then the next part, building beyond. Where do I want to now plant the seeds, leave the legacy, empower and impact others through this journey and through this story?
Now we have a few excerpts from your book.
Sure, let's talk about it.
What you got? Let's go to chapter 1. The moment I chose me. And this, of course, is part of the initial part of becoming. And there's one part that I read, and I want to give you a little context on it. It says, the stage is set. A young boy, eyes wide with wonder, lifts through the pages of a comic book, finding solace in the tales of heroes who rise against odds. And those vibrant panels, he sees not just capes and battles, but a reflection of his own yearning and purpose and belonging.
Yes.
So that would be the part where we're talking about the father issue. Is where you're saying that yearning that purpose because you didn't have the name.
Yeah, that was the beginning of it. But then also you have to think about it. And so I was not a big reader at first until someone put a comic book in my hand. And so, apropos, oh my God, my favorite superhero comes out this week, right?
Okay.
So, and I don't care what the critics say. I'm going to go see it. I'm going to go see it, and I know I'm going to enjoy it. Because Superman, as a matter of fact, you see, I'm actually wearing it. It meant the world to me because it stood for hope. Something bigger than who you are. Providing a legacy, providing an opportunity like there is another way, and you can help somebody. Despite what Clark was going through, despite, for the lack of a better word, there was some places of abandonment because his parents had to let him go.
Yes. For the flying planet.
Yes. So they had to let him go. So now he's in this whole new world. I don't even know how to figure this thing out. And so now I'm being raised by these other people. Not saying I was being raised by training, but the fact that I'm being in this place of what do I do? What is my purpose? Where am I supposed to go with this? And how can I learn from this? So I think that at some point there is a hero in all of us. And we don't necessarily have to live in hate.
That is true. The thing about heroes, I enjoy Superman's story. I'm more of a Batman kind of guy, but I understand. Because Superman was created here in Cleveland, I do understand.
I know, right here in Glenville!
Right here in Glenville. That's right. Carb in the house. One time for the one time.
Because you're Glenville alone.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
But in that chapter, I see where you're talking about identifying with self-worth and desires and hope as well. There was next thing was in chapter 2. Cost of carrying it all. And this is one that resonated with me a lot. The former situation, because fortunately I had my father. Lloyd Totty was my guy. If anybody knows me, there's never any Lloyd Totty slander. Or will be some furniture moving, and it will be a failure to communicate.
Wow.
Because that was my dude. May my father rest in heaven. But here you say in chapter 2, what happens when the strong ones break? In the chapter exploring the emotional toll of being everyone's anchor while drowning silently. A gut check on masculinity, vulnerability, and quiet courage to finally ask for help. A lot of us men struggle, myself included, with asking for help. Because if I ever ask you for some help, I am truly messed up out in these streets. And I've tried to go every avenue I can get it corrected. So From that standpoint, I truly understand, but please, from your context and from this cert in the book, explain to us about that emotional toll of being everyone's anchor.
I had to learn the hard way as I'm out here thinking I'm trying to save the world.
Yes.
I forgot to save myself.
Mm.
Being the educator, being the classroom teacher. I remember being in the classroom, and I would be in the building 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, just working on lesson plans, activities, programs, calling parents, all the things. And I didn't know how to find the balance.
Okay.
Of, self-care or taking care of my family.
Okay.
And that was a hard thing to do. Or even when I had to turn and shift the tables when I had to take care of my parents. Being the caregiver for both of my ailing parents at the time, where I spent a lot of time. I would spend my morning at the VA hospital. I'd go to work for 2 or 3 hours. I'd spend my afternoons at Metro, because I'm between 2 hospitals. My dad in the morning, my mom in the afternoon, and that's all I did. And I didn't know how to take care of me while I'm taking care of everybody else. And I felt as if I asked somebody for help, that shows a sign of weakness, or that I don't have it under control, or I don't know what I'm doing. And in retrospect, it was more so about, oh no, it's the fact that you're doing it, and there are some people who are out here who can help you do it even better, or take the load off, so you could just breathe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that was deep. So my thing is that what you working as many hours that you were, say you were there, long hours. So you almost like there almost 12 hours a day. So could that it went into part of, the relationship dissolving, and then also were you there because you seen some in the students and you were trying to help them, where you felt like at times you didn't have that help?
Yes, so there were a lot of students who I saw, because I worked in Mooresville City Schools.
Okay.
I still live in Mooresville, right? And so many of the students were my neighbors.
Wow.
I can see I can see me in them. And I just wanted to make sure I could do my part to help, but I lost myself in helping them, that I didn't know how to help myself anymore. And I think that truly impacted my relationships with my own son. It impacted my relationship with my wife at the time. And because I would spend all my time. If you were after school, you were probably with Mr. Brown. So we would be, there was nothing for me to be after school. Just like that, 7, 8 o'clock at night, we in rehearsal, we in this, we in that. If you weren't in sports, you're probably with Mr. Brown on the other side of the building. And I had band, drama, choir, student council, yearbook. They were all with me. They were right there. Yeah.
And I truly understand the love for the children, because I've taught a few times myself, and even most recently, before I teach that I have now, I was on substitute teaching. You do build those relationships with children. You do see some of the struggles that they're going through, and you try and make it as much of a safe space as possible. At least I know that's what I did. And you end up building these relationships after you kind of break their defenses down a little bit, because some of them come from very challenging backgrounds. And then with me coming from humble beginnings as well, I see myself much like you into some of these children and just try to help the best way that I could. So from that perspective, I truly understand. We're gonna get into.
Yeah, he said, let's go to the next chapter.
This is some good stuff. We're gonna talk about healing in real time. Chapter 3. Let me go back to one thing. Gentlemen, ladies out there, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with going to a village.
It is not.
Get some assistance, because none of us can do this on our own. And I know even with myself, even as of recently, where I've had my struggles in different ways, my village has come through for me to help assist me in ways, and I'm extremely fortunate, and I love you all for that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about
chapter 3. That's where you want to go.
Healing in real time. Healing isn't linear. And sometimes it feels like bleeding in public.
Oh my gosh.
then also about the tension transformations, and sometimes how the scars can become sacred roadmaps. Let's talk about healing, because what individuals don't understand it, healing what you're going through, everyone responds differently to it. So there is no timeline on healing because everyone processes things in different ways. So tell us about your healing process in real time and how it wasn't linear for you.
Let's see. So, healing in real time, because even so, I think of an example of when I finally had a moment to really bond with my father.
Okay.
This had to be, early 2010, 2010 somewhere. And we were able to, even though I was still hurt,
Yes.
I still had to realize and recognize the fact that this man did the best he could with the hand he was dealt. Now, I always tell people, listen, I love my father dearly, but sometimes I would say, listen, my father was Rolling Stone. Y'all know the song.
Yes, Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Those are Father's Day songs that we get. We don't get the Boys to Men. We don't get the Tupac. We don't get the LL Cool J Mama song.
Yeah. Song for Mama and Dear Mama.
No. We get the this Negro just left his hat and red. That's all we get. Papa don't take no mess because he about to tear that, that type of thing. But I'm just saying. But I had to get past that and understand that. With all that said, he still did the best he could with what he had, and in his way, that's how he showed love. It took me a long time to understand and realize that, because I don't think he knew how to actually say, "Son, I love you," for a long time. Or it was, because I used to get mad, like, stop buying me stuff. It's interesting, a child saying that, to your parent, like, don't buy me this, don't buy me that car. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the car. I love the fact that my dad, everything that my brothers got, I got.
So we're not talking about a remote control car.
No. They got a new bike. I got a moped. I got a brand new car. I got a brand new car.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted. But there were times I just time with him.
I understand.
I just wanted to sit with him. And so it wasn't until later in life that we finally had a chance. And I was able to say thank you for just taking some time to have this moment with me. As he got older, when my son had left to go to college, and I had to, when I was there at that point, I'm raising. I always say, I sent one son to college, and I adopted two new children.
Okay.
When my son went to Morehouse College his freshman year, my mother had moved. I had to move my mother into a nursing home because she had an amputation, and I had to move my father in with me because he had gotten sick. I got rid of one child, and I took in two. And there were moments where I was like, "Oh my gosh, I have my dad with me, living with me in the house. That was so amazing for me. I mean, I felt like I was a child all over again. And to have those moments was amazing. Yeah.
So does that lead into what we talked about in chapter 6, where forgiveness frees? Where it says sometimes the hardest prison to escape is one built by bitterness. So you were just talking about forgiveness and how it isn't about the other person. It's about freeing yourself. So I believe in your previous statement you were just talking about that forgiveness by allowing your father to come live with you. You didn't have to do that. And so I think that was actually a miraculous thing that you did there by allowing him to come and stay with you.
Oh yeah, because it wasn't even
that time, the tail end of his life, where you could kind of make up and talk a little bit, where some people don't get that opportunity.
Listen, it was nothing for me. I wasn't taking no for an answer. It was like, because at the time my sister was unavailable to bring him in, and my oldest niece was unavailable to support at the time. I was like, "Oh no, we're not about to argue about this. That's fine. We're gonna figure it out. Come on." Come on.
Come on.
You got the keys.
You
I
got
looked
the
up one
keys. I
day
looked up
and I
one day,
just
and I
came
just
home one day
came
like,
home one day
oh,
like, oh,
he's here.
he's here.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Okay.
And that's what it was.
And that's what it was.
So when you got a chance to like actually sit down and talk with them, did you get a chance to get some of your questions answered? As far as like some things that were bothering you in your youth that only he could provide those answers for you.
Yes and no.
Yes
I
and
wish he would
no.
have
I
told me
wish he
more
would
about
have
his
told me more
health
about his
journey.
health
Okay.
journey.
Okay.
Because I kind
Because I kind of
I wanted to just
I wanted to
strangle
just
him,
strangle
love
him,
him to death. I would have
love
wanted to
him
strangle
to
him
death.
because again, my father didn't. I didn't know my father had
I didn't know my
prostate
father
cancer.
had prostate cancer.
Okay.
So he passed away in 2018 to prostate cancer, and I didn't know he had it until stage 4.
Stage 4.
Wow.
And I looked at him and
And
said,
I looked at him and
Negro.
said, Negro. Didn't say Negro.
How
I
did
understand.
How
I
did
understand.
the what?
what?
How does this happen?
How does this happen?
Are you for real?
Are you for real?
But at that point,
he
that's when he used to come out with this whole thing about
thing about
I'm living my life
living my life
with no regrets.
with no regrets.
Mm. Mm.
I made mistakes.
I know.
But I did the best I could with the hand I was dealt. And I'm just trying to make the best of it. I apologize for anything I've done wrong to you, to your mother, or anybody else. I just want to be able just to move on.
Okay.
I said, okay. There were days, I remember there were days and nights when he would just come and sit in my bedroom. Oh my gosh, I talk about this in the book somewhere, but he would just come and pull up a chair. And I'll be in my room watching TV or something. He'll just pull up, just sit in my bedroom door. And as soon as he come in, he'll just sit there and I would just sit there and just, no problem. We have a father-son moment. And I would just turn the TV off and just listen and just absorb all this story. I don't know where he was going with these stories sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just the fact that I could just sit there and just listen to him. Now I could listen to him for days. Now here I am almost 40-something years old. And once again, I'm a child.
Right.
So I didn't have those moments.
I
didn't have all those
didn't have all
moments
those moments.
that some others may have had. And I longed for it.
And then you were finally able to get
I was
it
able to have it. Yes.
later on.
Yes.
So with this book, who do you hope this book speaks to the most?
Listen, this book is for the dreamer.
For the dreamer.
Okay. It's for the one who thought they could not make it. It's for the man who's struggling. It's for the woman who feels like there's I can't make it through to the next day. It's for anybody who's ever had a concern about do I want to get out the bed? Because some days I don't. And I don't. And that's okay. Prepare the others.
PTO.
And we're going to try it again tomorrow. Yeah.
Because sometimes you do need to take that time. Your mental health is very important. Just like last one was mental health month.
Man, let me tell you. That mental health thing is so real.
Yes, it is. I've seen a mental health professional myself on a couple of occasions for a few different things. So it does help. It does work. You just got to want it to work. Initially, when I went through it, of course, I was kind of guarded or whatever. I was like, man, I don't need this. I'm good. Or whatever. And then, believe it or not, the time when I realized some of my mannerisms and how I am was through two of my kids, my bookends, my older son, Jason, and my daughter Amari, because they have my face, they have my expressions, they give off the energy sometimes. Okay, and I was just like, wow, that's what they were talking about with that. Or that energy or whatever it is. Shout out to my kids. I love them. I ain't trying to too much business, but y'all know the apple don't fall far from the tree.
Listen, I love the fact, mental health is real. Like mental health is real. I didn't believe it at first because my father didn't believe it. And so because he didn't believe it, I didn't think I had to
But
believe
that's
it.
different generation in their thought process. Whereas as of lately, and that's one of the things where I believe the internet is a blessing because sometimes it hurts. Where it does talk about men's mental health and some of the things that men go through, and then you realize that I'm not the only one that feels like this.
Right.
And so that's how it's been.
So I thank God.
I'm gonna pray about it.
Yes.
But the answer to the prayer
is
sometimes
the help.
And the help may be the therapist. The help may be the doctor.
help may be the doctor.
The help may be going to the gym and working out. The help may be confiding in a friend. But the fact is, pray about it. 10. Let's find something else.
And from home, shout out to the VA for the thanks I had. And then also shout out to Dr. Lacey. I appreciate you as well. And we have on the line the woman herself, the legend, Miss T and Honey, Dr. Gwen Jarvis.
Hey, Dr. Jarvis. Listen, baby, I'm
absolutely amazing. I woke up this morning.
That right there. That's the praise report right there. I woke
up this morning.
I know that's right. Oh my! Okay, so where am I going from here? So next week.
Next week.
Oh, so I'm taking the book.
I'm taking the book on the road.
Atlanta next week, and we're doing a book signing.
Yeah.
Come on. We're going outside.
It's on the website and all the razzle and dazzle that's on the website. You get into the book club and the travels and all that. We're gonna talk about that too.
Oh yeah, we got a whole inspired conversations where we're taking the book on the road. I got an online community where we can continue the conversation online. Listen, we here. We everywhere. Yes. I'm coming live to Atlanta next Saturday, the 19th of July. I'm going to be at the Black Coffee Atlanta shop at 1 o'clock p.m. I'm doing another podcast. And we're going to be, we're going to do a whole other book discussion. I have a professor from Clark Atlanta. I have a mental health specialist coming. And I actually got one of my high school classmates who is featured in the book. I can talk about him in the book. Thank you, love. All right.
Sure. You can call anytime you want to. You don't need no permission. For anyone else that would like to call in to Dr. Gwen Jarvis with Lloyd Totty in the city and host today with Mr. A. Harris Brown. We're talking about his book, award-winning author. Please call 216-578-1490. Once again, that is 216-578-1490. The engineer just told us we got to pay these bills. So we will be back right after these messages from our sponsors.
Oh, you're too kind. Okay, everybody, I just realized something. Hey, so I just realized somebody. Thank you, Tish, for leaving that comment about the feedback. I realized I'm got my laptop and my iPad, and so you're probably picking up audio from both at the same time. That's probably why it may sound distorted, or you're getting some feedback. Now that I know and recognize that, I figured out. I already know what I got to do. So, boom! I got you, Tish. Thank you. Hey Kim, hey Monique. Again, we're at News Talk 1490 WERE, a Radio 1 station, right? I ain't gonna tell you, but many moons ago, I used to work here. Oh my God. So this is so like surreal that I'm now here as a guest at a station I used to work at, doing the very same thing that Lloyd is doing today. So this is pretty cool. And then shout out to our engineer, Ed Powell, who's in the back. Ed Powell and I go way back. Listen. Oh wow. So again, listen, aharrisbrown.com. You are watching the HBCU Alumni House Party Show. And I'm your host, A. Harris Brown, your boy, your cousin, your best friend. We outside. If you're going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, July 19th, come to the Black Coffee Atlanta shop. It's in Jonesboro, little suburb area. 1 o'clock. We're going to have a kickback, meet and greet, whole podcast. I'm doing the HBCU Man Cave that day. So we're gonna talk about the book. We're gonna have a cup of coffee. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna talk. We're gonna jive and have a great time with all that. So now, if you got any questions for me here, please put them in the chat. If you have any questions here, again, shout out to Monique. Thank you for watching. To Kim, thank you for watching. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this message. Matter of fact, while we over here, wait a minute, hold on. While we over here doing, let's go pay some bills real quick. I'll be right back.
What if your greatest breakthrough was on the other side of your story? Inspire Me Moments, Living Out Loud with No Regrets by Anthony Harris Brown isn't just a memoir, it's a mirror, a movement, and a map to becoming who you were meant to be. Through raw honesty, spiritual insight, and empowering reflections, you'll unpack your past, embrace your scars, and rise stronger. This book is for the dreamers, the educators, the men learning to breathe again, the women reclaiming their worth, and the leaders who lead with heart. You'll find real stories of trauma and triumph, tools for healing, and moments that remind you, the cape was never in the closet, it's always been in you. Inspire Me Moments. Live out loud with no regrets and all heart. Get your copy today everywhere books are sold.
those seeds for in a tree for the shade and that you may not be covered in, and some fruit that it will bear that you may not get a chance to enjoy. That is amazing.
So wait a minute, real quick. Hey, Tish, I hope I got this audio figured out now. Again, for those who are just now tuning in, we again News Talk 1490 WERE every Thursday. Thursday, 5 to 6 o'clock with the Tea and Honey with Dr. Gwen Jarvis. And listen, if you don't watch me, I will take over your show. But we're also live streaming right now on the HBCU Alumni House Party Show. And I was having some technical difficulties. Thank you, Tish, for letting me know that the audio wasn't working. But I'm hoping you can hear me now. And she's giving me all the praise reports saying, yes, you can hear me loud and clear. Thank you, Tish. So anyway, let's go back to the comment. Yes, so I think paying it forward is so important.
Agreed.
So that's why I do what I do and paying it forward. And so now I'm out here, still helping the next generation and, helping them find jobs, helping them with college career readiness, helping them with, getting into college, I'm still advocating for HBCUs. Listen, until the day I die, listen, it's always going to be about HBCUs because I believe that HBCUs are a better way.
I didn't get a chance to go to HBCU, but my sister Shamira did. She graduated from Central State.
Come on, for God, for Central, for State.
And if I had a chance to go, but I went to the military, but I had to do what I had to. And then, of course, being a teen parent as well. But that's a whole nother conversation.
That's another conversation. Come on. Come on.
So, what advice do you have for others walking through trauma and transition? What advice do you have for those walking through trauma and transition?
Keep walking.
Keep walking?
Keep walking. Keep striving. It's going to get better. If you can just take that first step to recovery, if you can make that first step to reclaim, if you could just take that first step to make a difference and say, I want to be a little bit better than I was the day before.
Yes.
That's going to help. It may not hold you, but it's going to help.
Also, we're talking about the book, and we're talking about the inspired me moments. Living out loud with no regrets. What does it mean to you to live out loud with no regrets? Come on.
To live unapologetically with no excuses, because excuses are tools of incompetence that build monuments of nothingness, and those who dwell in them seldom amount to anything. That part right there. That part right there. I can't, because it's too much to bear.
Yes.
I always tell people it's not about I can't complain. I won't complain because it takes too much energy. And I got to keep up with all that. No. This is who I am. Receive it. Love it.
There it is.
And move on.
So there are no misunderstandings.
That's it. And that was the biggest thing I think I had to learn earlier in the book was I had to learn to love me. Because I didn't. There was a time I didn't. I did not love me. And how can I take care of somebody else if I don't love who I am?
Correct.
Again, like I said, I had to, listen, I think I wake up every morning. No, I want to think. I wake up every morning with an S on my chest.
Is that literally or figuratively?
Both. There's a Superman tattoo on my chest.
Which shows your love for Superman, and that S, which stands for hope.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yes. There's a Superman cape in my closet as a reminder that I may have to go out and save the world.
Got a boot too?
Like the pajamas.
All right, close enough.
But the idea is I had to remember, I got to save me first.
Yes.
I have to love me first before I can start loving everybody else. So once I learned to love Anthony, the 450 pounds,
yes,
then I can get to 162 pounds. Because I had to take care of me. Because my father reminded me, do you want your son to take care of you like you're taking care of us? So I had to get my life right. I had to make some adjustments. I had to stop making excuses. I had to stop lying to myself.
There you are. In
Health,
all your glory.
health challenges and all. That's a whole other topic. We ain't even got that far. But come on. What we got? What we got?
So now we talked about the book. Are there any parting things that you would like to talk about the book? So I'd like to get into some other endeavors, like where you do have your book tour going on. You have done some theater. You've done some acting. So let's talk about that resume a little bit. Let's talk about the performer, and let's even get a little bit of educator in there as well. So let's kind of tie a little bow on the book, even though that is the primary thing that we are talking about. Inspire Me Moments, Living Out Loud with No Regrets. Award-winning author A. Harris Brown. Please give them the website where you go pick up the book, where you go purchase the book, your websites, place to go get it. Give it to them.
But you can find me on everything. If you go to my website, harrisbrown.com. You can find all my social media. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Snapchat. I mean, I'm on all of the things. But just go find me. I'm outside. We living outside. But again, harrisbrown.com. You can find the book on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Yeah, so the direct links are all on my website. If you want to book us for a book tour, inspired conversations, there's a form you can fill out, and we'll see how we can give you a group discount on some books, and we'll come and facilitate a conversation for you. We are going to be doing some other events coming up. We're autographing books. Yes, we are. Okay. Let's see what else are we doing.
Merchandise.
We got merch.
There we go. Let's show them the merch.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are watching us online, we got merch. The shirt is called I'm Inspired. Are you? Yeah, so we got shirts now. I got notepads. I got like a little journal book. So because part of the book is not only is it a memoir, but it's a workbook. So there's the work. So after you read a chapter, there's these 3 prevailing questions I'm going to ask you after every chapter. What did you learn? How did you process? How do you interpret this to your life? And then how can you apply this to somebody else's life? How can you inspire somebody else? Even so much the fact I used to do this video series, part of my therapy. My therapist had me journaling, right? So from my journaling in my therapy, I started vlogging. And I would do these what I call Inspire Me Moment videos. Yeah. Of 60 seconds worth of inspiration. So each chapter has the original video.
Yes, it do.
That I connected to the chapter. So you can watch the 60-second video that inspired that chapter.
Or read, because it's a little verbiage down there.
There's some context.
There's some context
for that, as well as you can scan the QR code to watch the actual video. If you want to scan the QR code and join the community.
That's what I was going to say. What about the book clubs? I see you had a book club on there.
We have a virtual book club. You can scan the QR code. You can join our Discord. And you can be part of the conversation virtually so we can continue the conversation. So now we're out. We're traveling. We're doing things. Matter of fact, September 27th, I am one of the keynote speakers.
All right.
For University Hospital's Men's Health Summit.
That is phenomenal.
Yes. That just came down the pipe today.
Okay. Congratulations on that.
Yes. Listen.
Okay.
So then I got a quick little shout out today. Just got to open my email today. Nominee got recommended. I'm going to be in the who's who of Black Cleveland.
That is phenomenal. So are they going to interview you, put you like in an article?
I'm going to be in the book somewhere. Put it like that. I'm going to be in the book.
Okay.
I'm in the book.
Hey, that's
so and to talk about this, I know we got theater. Theater was an escape for me.
Okay, theater at the Caramel.
At the Caramel, I did most of my work at Caramel House. I serve on the board of directors for Convergence Continuum, which is on the west side. I used to be a drama teacher myself. And I still do some things. I dabble from time to time. I took a break because I just finished my principal licensure.
Okay, congratulations.
Yes. So I went to the Clark Atlanta University, find a way or make one.
Okay.
So
HBCU shout out again.
So not only am I a certified teacher, I'm also now a certified administrator.
All right.
Still shout out to the Family and Community Engagement Office for the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, where we are building brighter futures that support every scholar to get to and through and be able to have all of the options and opportunities available for them.
Outstanding. Let's talk about this. You had a role as Reverend Brooks. So how did Mr. Reverend Brooks, now I looked at your resume, and yes, it is a real live resume. Y'all see when y'all going on this website, he does have a resume for his acting in his theater.
Oh my gosh.
background.
This
So
is
how did being Reverend Brooks affect you and you going into ministry?
listen, I think there was something always there was always I think we all are called to be ministers in some form or fashion. Okay. And I think I've always played a minister on stage. And whether it be at Caramel House or in Lawrenceville or even as a Phil Cookman, I always found myself at some point a place where I was doing some type of play and I ended up being a minister pastor.
Okay.
So now, just recently, earlier this year, my pastor and some others decided, hey, Anthony, we need a leader of worship
Okay.
and arts. And so now I am helping curate what the worship experience looks, sounds, and feels like at the historic Second New Hope Missionary Baptist Church. Actually, where I grew up, I had left and went someplace else, but I ended up coming back home. So it's just a joy to be home and to be able to provide that service to the people.
So this service is providing for the people. Are you like the Shirley Caesar, Andre Cross, old school, or you a little bit more Yolanda Adams and Kurt Franklin? When you gonna bring it a little more update to help connect with some of the youth?
I'm going to read the audience.
The youth always isn't. That connection isn't always there.
I love the young people, but I'm always going to feed in. I'm going to read the audience. I'm going to give the people what they want. Matter of fact, the Sunday, first Sunday, I just broke out with blessed assurance.
Okay.
Boy, and the Saints went in.
Okay.
And I was just like, come on, let's go. They didn't want to let that song go because I can come right back around and say, I'm chasing after you. And we're going to have a good time. Oh, we're going to have a good time.
Speaking of giving people what they want, as we be on here on 10 Honey with Dr. Gwen Jarvis on News Talk Radio 1490 WERE Radio 1. Mr. Anthony Brown, it was phenomenal talking with you with these last few moments that we have. Please give everyone your social medias, the platforms, how to get in contact with you, your email, your website, everything you got going on. Take it from here.
Listen, it's all about real talk, real life, real growth. Living Out Loud with No Regrets. Inspire Me Moment is a book for any and everybody, no matter what struggles, whatever pain, whatever traumas you have gone through. I want you to know without a shadow of a doubt, it can be better if you just take that first step. I want you to discover that this book is helping people reclaim their voice. Come on, rewrite the story and walk in your purpose. All you got to do, like I said, is take the first step. For more information about what we do, how we do, when we do, go to my website at aharrisbrown.com for more information.
Please, everyone, go out there support. Go to the website. Please get Inspire Me Moments, Living Out Loud with No Regrets, with award-winning author, Mr. A. Harris Brown. Thank you once again for joining us here on 10 Honey with Dr. Gwen Jarvis on 1490 News Talk Radio. Next week, our guest will be Mr. Jason Lockhart from Breadwinner Academy. He'll be talking about financial literacy with the youth and adults as well. So please tune in for that as too. But once again, thank you, sir, for coming through.
Thank you.
My brother, 2-3 times over. Any last words before we get up out of here?
Thank you all. Thank you all. And just keep walking. Keep striving.
And it's still ice cold in the studio.
All right, everybody, listen, it's been fun, but I got to run until next time. Listen, for more information about what we do, how we do, when we do, make sure you go to my website at aharrisbrown.com. Now, I got to figure out how I can figure out that streaming. Wait, you all broadcast this live on the.
Yes.
Are we able to go back and do a replay? Or is it just...
we have to get it from the engineer. They have to download it and all that kind of stuff. And then
Oh, awesome. Hey, Ed, can I get the audio file for this?
It don't happen that quickly. It's going to take a little bit.
Okay, that's fine. Good. So I can go back and fix that part where it went silent. Listen, thank you all for watching. Thank you for doing what you do. Hey, go out and buy the book. It's happening. Award-winning now. Can you believe it? Blew my mind. Hey, y'all. You have been watching the HBCU Alumni House Party Show. Shoot for the moon if you miss. You will always be amongst the stars. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning into another fabulous segment of the HBCU House Party with your host, Anthony Brown. Tune in next week for more fun, education, and inspiration as we spotlight historically Black universities and colleges all over the country. So, until next time, support an HBCU and help cultivate the wealth of talent these universities and colleges have to offer. You never know, the student you help could be the next one to change the world.
HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? From the west. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Either from the sweat or the MEAC. Come on. The CIAA or the CIAC. HBCU is where the beat we compete. Up, we're family. They're from the swag, from the MEAC, CIAA or the CIAC. HBCU is where to be. We compete, but we're still family. My